Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom Aleichem. Welcome. Shalom Aleichem. Aleichem Shalom. 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 Shalom Aleichem. Aleichem Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
One of the, I think, more extraordinary lines of the Hebrew Bible is found in this week's Torah portion when Jacob wakes from his dream after putting a rock down to rest his head, and after this encounter with angels going up and down a ladder and his theophany of God, this experience of direct contact with God. He wakes up and he says, Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh ve'anochi lo yadati. Surely God was in this place and I just had no idea. I just had no idea. I don't know if it's actually true or not, but some say that I think Albert Einstein is quoted as saying that either one can believe that everything is a miracle or nothing is a miracle. I wonder how many of us walk around every day and not realizing that we should be saying, Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh ve'anochi lo yadati. God is in this place and I just had no idea. What would it be like to just take a breath for a second and recognize that that's the truth right now? That that's where you are in this moment. Sitting, preparing for Shabbat, and God is in this place, and all we have to do is recognize it. What would that be like for the next hour and change to stay there? What would it be like to be there for all of Shabbat? For the rest of the week? For the rest of our lives?
Shalom Aleichem. Aleichem Shalom. Shalom Aleichem. Aleichem Shalom.
And so again, Shabbat Shalom to all of us here, and of course to all of us that are joining our congregation via our live stream. Shabbat Shalom to you as well. As you can see, this Shabbat service, while we are celebrating, of course, our birthdays and anniversaries and other special occasions during our Torah service for the month of December, we are also here with our third graders. I promise it is a third grade Shabbat and not a third rate Shabbat. I promise. Page 138, 139, L'Chadodi. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו, אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, שמו תפארת ותהילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה מראש, מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה ומשכב הילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Verse 5. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, גורי, גורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה, ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. We continue on page 140, Psalm 92. Psalm 92 as we sing, continue to sing to Shabbat. As Shabbat has entered our sanctuary, Psalm 92.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון.
When you're running a talent show, the MC always has to say, you know, so and so, you're on deck. That's the next person to come up. Third graders, you're on deck. But before we get there, page 144, Chatzi Kaddish.
Candles first.
Oh, you're right. Hey.
So yes, you're on
candle.
deck.
You're deck. That's right. Page 120. Page 120, and we invite to our bima Ruth Taubman and Steve Russman to light our Sabbath lights.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Let us Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, and all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, now you're on deck. Page 144, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתקדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ויאמרתי ורח חירותי וימליך מלכותי.
בחייכנו ויומכנו ובחייתכו בית ישראל. בעגלה ובזמן קריב.
ואמרו
אמן. יש לרבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו Amen.
Okay, third graders, if you could join us on the bima for the Baruch Hu and the Shema in a moment, please join us up on the bima. I know, right? Whew. I got to do it every week.
Well, good for you.
Yes.
So we're going to turn around and face the ark.
Please rise. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. We can turn around and face the congregation. We're going to head right into our Shema on page 152. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Please be seated. All right, third graders, you can have a seat too, but don't go too far, okay?
Yeah, they were done.
We continue Ve'ahavta, page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. We continue on page 158, our song of redemption, Mi Chamocha.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh Nora tehilloto seifele Nora tehilloto seifele מלכותך ראו בניך חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים זה אלינו ויאמרו זה אלינו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד יא לה לה יא לה 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 יא לה לה יא לה לה יא לה יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה לה יא לה לה יא לה 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 יא לה לה לה.
And we invite our third graders back to our bima to help us lead Hashkivenu. Please join us once again on the bima. I said not to go too far. Come close, come this way, come this way, come this way. I feel like we're missing some people. Where? Oh, here we go. Come on. You're back on. Page 160, Hashkivenu. And although you're helping to lead this for our congregation, of course, I hope that you always feel especially when you're here, but all of the time in your life, that Temple Beth Emeth, that this community, that you with each other, that you are always a shelter of peace over each other. I hope that we can be that for you, that we've been that, and that we can continue to be that for you in your lives as you continue to grow into the third graders and fourth graders and fifth graders and so on that you'll become. May this community always be a place of shelter and peace for you. Page 160. Okay, you can head back to your seats again, but don't go too far. Page 162, Vishamru. Our weekly reminder to make this day different than all of the rest of them. It doesn't just happen. Yeah, Shabbat will come, but if we don't make space for it, if we don't find a time to open ourselves to the peace of Shabbat, it won't come in. I promise. You gotta stop and take a breath and say, I'm ready, and open yourself to it, or else it won't happen. And so I hope a reminder for us to keep Shabbat, but mostly to keep it inside of us, to make space for it.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat v'dorot amrit olam Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורות אמרית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותיר לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני ואת השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות אמרית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות אמרית עולם.
We continue with the Amidah, the central prayer of this evening service, on page 164. We will chant out loud together through page 170. The Amidah then continues once we are silent through page 180. You can continue either in the words in Hebrew or English, or if those words don't speak to you, that is totally fine. Don't feel like you have to stay to the book if you don't want to. Close your Siddur, pray the words of your own heart, take a few minutes of silent meditation. You can do it standing, you can do it sitting, you can lay down if you want, I guess. But if you are standing, when you finish your prayer, please do have a seat so that I know that we can continue together as one community. If you're able, please rise. Page 164.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei avoteinu, ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, ve'Koneh HaKol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
I would like to invite our third graders back up to the bima. Come on up.
And you'll see the words of the song that they're going to sing now to close our Amidah. Ufaratsta. These words come from this week's Torah portion, and they're words that Dave are going to chant in a moment. You shall spread out to the west and the east and the north and the south. I think we need our song sheets. So I'm going to give you mine, but I think we need to grab a few. Thank you. There are a lot of words for us. Ufaratsta. I'll borrow one. Okay. Can you look on? Ready? 1, 2, 3, and Anana.
From the north to the south. Yama vakedma kedma sana vanegma yama vakedma kedma sana vanegma. Each and every day, may let the word increase. May you spread it from the west to the east. May you spread it from the north to the south. Ufaratsa. Yama yama, kenda kenda, kamkona gamigra. Yama yama, kenda kenda. Sana vanegba. Ufaratsta, ufaratsta, ufaratsta. May you bring goodness and may you bring the peace. May you spread it from the west to the east. May you spread it from the north to the south. Varatsta.
Thank you, third graders. And it is about that time to have our Torah go Yama v'kedma tzfona v'negva as we move to our Torah service, Seder Kriyat Torah, beginning on page 364, I believe. Page 364, and it is my honor to invite to our Bima Harriet Charson. If you are able, please rise.
Ki mitzion מירושלים. ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה. ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה. לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו. גדלו לאדוני איתי, ונרוממה שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד. כי כה בשמיים ובארץ, כי כה בשמיים ובארץ. לך אדוני הממלכה, וימית נעשה לכל ראש. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, thank you. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. הללו, 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 הללויה, הללויה, הללו, הללויה, 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 הללו, הללויה.
Please be seated. All right. You're on double duty?
Yeah, we're making it work really
All right. Very good. Very good. And so we are in that blessing moment of, there's a lot that happens in this week's Torah portion, of course. Jacob gets to back to Haran to meet up with his uncle and marry his uncle's daughters, his cousins.
Yeah.
It's the way it used to be. And then there's this whole ordeal with how these sheep are kept, and Lavan seems like a decent guy. He wants to pay Jacob for what he's doing and get him the what he's due for having taken care of his sheep, and he marries two of his daughters to Jacob, as I said. Originally, Jacob fell in love. It was love at first sight with Rachel. It's really a wonderful love story, the two of them. But on the wedding night, Leah comes instead of Rachel, and Jacob ends up marrying Rachel. That's what I meant. Leah. Jacob marries Leah instead of Rachel, and in order for him to marry Lavan's daughters, or first one daughter he was just expecting to marry, it was 7 years of service to Lavan. That was the agreement they came to. And so for Rachel as well, then he had to do 7 more years of service. So 14 years there. Though we should say, just to clarify, because I think a lot of times people think it was 7 years married to Leah, and then had to work 7 more years and then marry Rachel. This happened actually pretty much around the same time. So it was just total 14 years of service, and they were all together, one big happy family, plus the handmaids too. So it's complicated. Thankfully, so one last thing, I'll stop talking. In the Middle Ages, it was not just the custom of Sephardic Jews, or I should say Mizrahi Jews, Jews of Middle Eastern descent, that until very recently, in some cases, until 1948, when many of them immigrated to the land of Israel, there were still Jews of Mizrahi descent that had marriages with multiple wives, because it was only outlawed within the Ashkenazic rite, and it was outlawed in the Middle Ages because of fears of the Jewish community that Christians would be upset that Jewish men had more than one wife. And so that led to the abolition of multiple marriages in at least Ashkenazic Jewish tradition, and then that became the norm in Sephardic Mizrahi tradition as well after 48. But I think even before that, it was becoming the norm in what were Arab lands. So an interesting little tidbit of information there. Okay, like I promised, I stopped talking. So if you are celebrating a birthday or an anniversary or anything just wonderful this month, and you'd like to share it with us, please come on up to the bima. All right. December is a popular month. It's good. I like it. Why don't we start over here? I know what you're up here for.
It's my birthday.
All
2
right.
days ago.
2 days ago. All right. Happy birthday. Would you like to share how old you are?
48.
Very nice. Mazel tov.
On the 30th, I got engaged to my wonderful wife.
Hey. All right. Mazel tov.
Birthday, December 28th.
Very nice.
65.
All right. Very good. Mazel tov.
The whole world celebrates my birthday. New Year's Eve.
Very good. And with lots of parties. And
Absolutely.
yeah, they sing. I mean, anything can happen. It's great. Happy birthday.
December 13th will be my 59th birthday.
Wow, very nice. Mazel tov.
December 9th, a year older than her.
All right. That's Ori's birthday, my son's birthday as well. Happy birthday.
We're celebrating our 51st wedding anniversary,
Mazel
December
tov.
22nd.
Winter solstice.
Wonderful. December 22nd. Mazel tov, mazel tov.
We're celebrating our 32nd anniversary on December 27th, and Ralph is celebrating his 69th birthday on December 13th.
Wonderful. Mazel tov.
My birthday is December 8th, 66.
All right. That's my mom's birthday. Yeah.
My mom's birthday is December 16th.
All right. Very nice. Do you know how old she is?
41.
Hey, all right. You want to add anything? No, okay.
Our 30th anniversary on the 30th.
Mazel tov. Very nice. Wonderful. All right, come. I'll hold off on the blessing for a moment, but come close. Come close, because you have to do the Aliyah with us. Even closer. Come. Dave does not bite. Come close. Come close.
I already ate.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Baruch Adonai Hamporak Leolam Vaed. Amen. Thank you. Amen. Vayetze Yaakov mi Beersheva, vayelech Harana, vayivka bamakom, vayalen sham kiva hashemesh, vayikach me'avnei hamakom, vayasem ra'ashotav, vayishkav bamakom hahu, vayakalom, v'hinei sulam mutzav arza, v'rosho magia hashamayma, v'hinei malachei Elohim, olim v'yordim bo, v'hinei Adonai, nitzav alav, vayomer, ani Adonai, Elohei Abraham avicha, v'Elohei Yitzchak haaretz, asher ata shokev aleha, lecha etnena ulzarecha, v'haya zarecha kafar haaretz, ufaratzta yama v'kedma v'tzafona v'negba, v'nivrechu v'cha, kol mishpechot ha'adama uv'zarecha, v'hinei anochi imach, ushmarticha b'chol asher telech, v'hashivoticha el ha'adama hazot, ki lo ezovcha ad asher imasiti et asher dibarti lach.
And as we have you standing here, a blessing for you on these happy occasions. Mishaberach Avotinu v'Imotenu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless each of you with a wonderful year, with a year of growth, a year of understanding yourself a little better, a year of maybe understanding this world a little better. If you're celebrating especially an anniversary, a year of understanding your spouse a little better, getting to know them. I know maybe for some of us we think, how much more is there to know? But there is. There always is. More for us to reveal of who we are, more for the world to know of us, more for us to become the people that we are meant to be. May it be a year of health, a year of joy, a year of, most importantly, hugs and kisses. Shabbat Shalom. We take a few moments now, hopefully pulling some of the joy of celebration into our prayers of healing as well, that we can send that joyful energy to those in need of maybe a little more joy in their life as they battle, engage, whatever illness, whether of mind or body or spirit, that they may be encountering at this moment in their lives. We are particularly mindful of Debbie Pissarak, Joanne Blumberg, Valentina Wolfson, Hillary Handwerger, Jake Waxman, Bridget Ford, Joel Berger, Margaret Leslie, Stacy Young, Sydney Usum, Barry Hopkins, Buddy Tepper, Carrie Thorpe, Rachel Charson-Tunk, David Seidenstecker, Terry Logan, Carol Morgan, Dick Jordanson, Shelley Schwartz, Margaret Pooler, Melissa Dorfman, and Steve Conway. If there are other names to add to our list for healing, please do so as my eyes meet yours. Page 371.
May the source of strength Mekor habracha l'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Please rise as our Torah is lifted and dressed.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Yalai lai lai lai, yalai lai lai, yalai lai 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 lai, yalai lai lai, yalai lai lai, yalai lai lai, Shalom, shalom, hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva chadesh yameinu k'kedem.
Thank you. Please be seated. Quick drosh tonight. We'll keep it short. We got third graders in the room. They probably want some cake. So I don't know about you. Well, I do actually know because most I once heard this. I don't know if it's actually true, but I've heard it, so I'm going to repeat it. That Jews make up a huge proportion of NPR listeners. I mean, like enormous. So I'm going to assume that 90% of you in the room, besides the third graders, listen, and maybe you do because your parents are listening to it, but 90% of you listen to NPR on a pretty regular basis. Anyway, so that's me too. That's pretty much what's on in my car, unless my kids are making me play Descendants 3 or 2 or something like that. And so I was driving on Sunday, and that. It's the local version of about the English language. That's What They Say came on. You guys know this? It's like a short segment. It's a 4 or 5 minute segment. I think just on Sundays, and it features Ann Curzan, a professor of English at the university. And so people write in. They ask questions about why we say what we say. And so a person had written in this past week about the expression back and forth, right? Like, what's that? That doesn't make any sense. Why do we say back and forth? We should say forth and back, right? Like, should go forth and then come back, right? Not back and, it's like, why do we say that? So Anne goes and looks up this information and sees, over the course of history, what's been the reason. Well, we don't necessarily have a reason, but it's been going on for a really long time, hundreds of years, that the English language has used back and forth rather than forth and back. And she found hundreds of examples. I forget the book that she looked in, and over the period of years, hundreds of examples of back and forth. And I think she found 4 examples of forth and back in literature. So it's just an interesting tidbit about how we speak and why we speak, and there's not really good answer for it. It's just like, it would feel weird to say forth and back. Right? That just sounds weird and feels weird. I think probably I'm sure there's one of you that's like, no, I could do that. But most of us in the room are like, yeah, I couldn't say that. So why am I raising this? Because in this week's Torah portion, see, Anne doesn't know her Torah, because she could have gone to this week's Torah portion and asked the same question about the ladder. Right? There's this really interesting moment that Dave just chanted of Jacob falling asleep. This ladder appears, and there are these angels, and the Torah says, I won't read the whole verse, but it says, "V'hinei malachei Elohim olim ve'yordim bo," and behold, these malachei, as we translate that as angels. I don't know if they're like the winged, haloed angels that you probably all have in your heads now, especially that I said it. But these messengers of God, these angels of God, and they were going up and coming down. They were going up and coming down. And we would expect that doesn't make any sense. Like, the angels come down from God and then go back up to heaven, right? It's back and forth and back. What's going on here? So I'm not the first person to ask this, of course. Our tradition has been grappling with this issue for a long time. If we go all the way back to Rashi, who quotes a midrash, and Rashi says, Rashi's a medieval Torah scholar, and really the most important Torah scholar of all time in some ways. Rashi says, ascending and descending. It states first ascending and afterwards descending. These angels who accompanied Jacob in the land of Israel were not permitted to leave the land. They ascended to heaven, and angels which were to minister outside the land descended to accompany him. So that's his explanation, right? There are these accompanying angels for Jacob, and as he's about to leave the land, they have to go back to God, and the angels that get to go frolic in Mesopotamia come down from heaven to him. There are lots of explanations, and I told you I was going to keep it short. So I'm going to go for my own explanation of what this is about. Not a traditional explanation, but what a powerful image of angels emanating essentially from Jacob's space, right? Not from God's space, as we might imagine it, but from Jacob's space. And I think that's a powerful message for us, that while we sort of expect in our rational way of thinking about the irrational that the angels should be coming from God down to us. But in fact, maybe what this narrative is telling us, that in fact we can be a part of that creation. That those messengers, those holy, sacred messengers, can come out of us into the world, even go to heaven, to bring a message to God from us. That it isn't just a one-way communication. It isn't just that we should be expecting some divine miracle to come into our lives, but what is the divine that you can bring into the world? Shabbat Shalom. We continue on page 586 with Aleinu. Please rise if you're able.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula liyotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kiklayei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kichol hamonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. We are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Stephen Gill, Elizabeth Ensor, Benedetto Romolino Jr., Perry Stahl, and Karen Simon. Our yard sites this week are for Jack Adler, Henry Belzer, Elmer Broadway, Doreen Brenner, Marjorie Cohen Spring, Victor Colthorpe, Elaine Colton, S.J. Eldon, Maurice Fallman, Mickey Freeman, Hilda Friedman, Minnie Gross, Alice Gutman, David Harris, Peter Herzog, Henry Kusis, Rochelle Constant, Eleanor Constant, George Constant, Ruth Lieberman, Mary Love Castleberg, Catherine Meyerstein, Kathleen Miller, Sandy Rosenthal, Eileen Rothenberg, Mamie Sandweiss, Abe Schmier, Barbara Skodell, Cassie Spiegel, Martha Stein, Bud Steiner, Dora Stolzenberg, Clarine Schwartz, Samuel Taubman, Lola Taubman, Persha Wecker, Esther Wolf, Rita Wolf, Alona Zucker, and Gail Saney. If there are other names to add to our list for mourning, please do so as my eyes meet yours. For all of those mentioned, for all of those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, and for all of those who go unmentioned, we rise, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon u'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Olomei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yit'aleh V'yit'alal Shemei D'Kudusha B'richu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Da'amiran Be'ama V'yimru Amen Yehei Shalom Rabbah Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru Amen Oseh Shalom Yiromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael, v'yimru Amen. Oseh Shalom Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be forever a blessing.
Amen.
Please be seated. It is my honor to invite back to our bima Harriet Charson for words of welcome. Harriet is a member at large, I believe, yes, of our Board of Trustees, yeah? And words of welcome and brief announcements.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome. We're glad you're all here tonight. First of all, I'd like to thank Rabbi Winston and Cantor Hayut and Dave and for your music and your chanting and for the beautiful service tonight. Also, thanks to the third graders for your participation in the service. It was wonderful seeing all those bright, fresh faces here. We have a few announcements tonight. First of all, before I forget, the Jewish Family Services dreidel drive is in progress. There are the dreidels out in the hallway. Please take one, and your gifts are due in the office next week, Bobby? Is there a particular date? Okay, it's on the dreidel when they're due back. And these gifts are for people in the community in need, especially children. The WTBE Hanukkah sale will be tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 2:30 and Sunday from 4 to 7:30. Please come and buy your candles and your gelt and gifts. And the gift shop has a great array of things, of merchandise in the shop. Coffee Connection with Brotherhood and Membership will be Saturday, December 7th from 8:30 till noon. TBE Families Interfaith Holiday Discussion, Saturday, December 14th from 8:45 to 10 a.m. at York across the street on Packard. And the Hanukkah service will be on December 27th at 6:30 and followed by the candle lighting and the latke and sufganiyot oneg, sponsored by Brotherhood. And last but not least, the R&R Hanukkah party is Saturday, December 21st at 6 p.m. at Chapel Hill Condominium. Call Miriam Shaw to RSVP. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Harriet. And all right, third graders, you get to come back up one more time. But not only you, if you're here with somebody else who thinks of themselves as a young person, come on up to our bima for challah. And, well, only one of us will get juice at this point. But you'll get juice in the social hall, don't worry. What was I going to say? Oh, we hit you. Come on, back down here. Yeah, this is where the action is over here. All right. Here we go. Ready? Our Kiddush wine. At the very beginning of everything, when God created the heaven and the earth, God made a separation between the sea above and the sea below, and God planted plants on the earth and put the sun and the moon and the stars in the sea above, and then put the fish and the sea monsters in the sea below and the flying creatures in the sea above, and then created all of the creepy crawly things that crawl all over the earth, and then finally, at the end of the sixth day, created us, human beings, and said to us, now it's time to rest.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzav banu, b'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron le'maaseh Bereshit, ki hu yom techila, le'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'acharta, v'otanu kidashta,
mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-shabbat lechaim.
Some of the congregants here who have heard me say this before, but I imagine all of you have not. You know, the rabbis, they ask the question, why is it that God creates all the creepy crawly things like the spiders and the tarantula, I guess those are spiders too, but you know, centipedes and all of this other stuff. And then the last thing God creates human beings. And the Talmud tells us it's for us to remember that the worms and the creepy crawlies were created first. If we think, you know, we can do whatever we want with this world, that's a reminder for us that they were created before us.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon.
So I know everyone's going to want to grab a big piece, but I'm going to suggest that you only take a little bite now, third graders, because we're going to sing a little bit more to close our service. And then you can finish your challah afterwards.
Well, while tearing is happening, I also just want to say a big thank you to Emily, who helps coordinate our Saturday morning program of the religious school. Thank you for your leadership in our religious school program. Rabbi Daniel Alter for your leadership in our religious school as the director of education. And Yarden is our third grade teacher yet? No. Excuse me?
Anya. Third graders, don't sit down.
I'm sorry.
Third graders, come back.
I'm sorry. Yes, Yarden is second grade? Thank you. Sorry. Yes, Anya. Oh, you should tell her I said thank you. Okay. All right. Now we're going to sing again. We're going to sing again. Here we go.
I don't know if you need the words, but if you do, here they are. So the words of Al Kein Nekaveh, which is on the inside of your handout. These are words that we tend to skip over when we sing the Aleinu, but they are wonderful words to be able to end our service with. You guys ready?
this evening. We look forward to having you on our Bima again very soon. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Please don't forget to take your Sidurim with you as you exit the sanctuary and make your way to our social hall. See you there.